Time now for the NTV Sports Desk.
Kearney Catholic had not suffered a loss all season until late September, when it nearly suffered a loss much larger than anything on the volleyball scoreboard. Nate Brown has more on a moment where the Stars were counting their blessings.
It was a year that began much like any other for the Stars.
I'd say we're doing pretty well so far this year.
Leading up to a day that started like any other for Sydney Connor.
I was driving to school pretty early.
Until it wasn't.
It's kind of like, some people say golden hour when the sun is just super bright.
Started to go across the tracks. There's 3 tracks there, and when she hit the middle one, she saw the train up through the sunroof and doesn't remember anything after that.
Sydney's car was struck by a westbound train along the tracks by Highway 30 on September 22nd. Her car was dragged an estimated 150 feet with the impact ejecting the engine from the vehicle.
I guess I kept saying, what happened? What day is it? Where am I at? You know?
That's a surreal moment that you don't want anyone to ever get.
Despite the wreckage to the car, Connor came away relatively unscathed. She was diagnosed with a pneumothorax and a transverse fracture in her L2 lumbar vertebrae.
Getting out of bed was a challenge. I had to have a couple people help me do it.
The pneumothorax, better known as an air pocket, dissipated the next day. As for the transverse fracture,
But it's a fracture in which a lot of people have and still can do physical activity. It's just more of a pain tolerance.
Looking at me now, I'm pretty proud of how far I've come. I'm getting out of bed by myself now, no pain. That's a big step. That's a big step.
which has led Sydney to here, returning to the practice floor within weeks of the accident. The Kearney Catholic family knows they're blessed.
Looking at the car and, you know, somebody had his arms around her, for sure.
But it may not be the somebody you assume. As if the Connor scare wasn't enough, it came after the loss of Sydney's great uncle, Mickey Leffler, who died in an ATV accident just 11 days prior.
Uncle Mick was a really cool guy.
Probably the nicest, most careful person you could meet.
For 2 crazy accidents like this to happen back to back is just insane. So I really do believe that he was there with me through the accident and just helping me out.
Reporting in Kearney, Nate Brown, NTV Sports.
Pretty incredible story for Sydney to be able to be back on the court already after such a scary incident.
Dave, people saw her car and thought she didn't make it.
Well, there was also a misreport out there that she had perished, but she took to Twitter and said, well, nope, I'm here, I'm still alive.
Wow.